Hello everybody and welcome to the second reading vlog of this channel. So I wanted this to be a little bit more of a fall type of reading vlog. My last one was just more of an intro and just... So I have Babel here on my Kindle, and I think that's the one that I am going to be reading for the first book of this video. I was kind of worried about this one because I have recently read, not too long ago, I read The Secret History, and I know that everybody seems to really love that book, but personally I just could not get into it, and that was my first one-star book. I did not like that book at all. So I was worried that this book, Babel, would be kind of similar to that, and I was nervous about starting it, but I decided just to read the first chapter, and immediately I knew that the writing style was not the same, and it seems to be a lot more intriguing and interesting than The Secret History was, at least for me. So I think it's going to be a good book if it continues in the same style as it started in. So I'm hopeful. And yeah, I will probably take a little while to finish this book. I don't really read fast, and these are my first few videos, and so I'm still learning how to even do all of this. So yeah, I'm expecting it to take at least 4 to 5 days, maybe even a week. So yeah, let's get reading. Okay, so it's about 4 days later, and over the weekend I didn't get a ton of reading done. We were kind of busy, and so I'm only 9% of the way through Babel, and then I had just gotten the Libby app, and I found Powerless by Lauren Roberts on the Libby app, and it was on hold for a while, and so at the time it said it was going to be a 2-week wait, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to place a hold because I would love to read that book. And it ended up being available way faster. It became available this morning, and so I downloaded it on my Kindle and I started reading the first chapter. And so I have decided to put Babel on hold for now. I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to come back to it later because I do enjoy that book. So I'm literally 1% through Powerless. I just started reading the first chapter today, but it's actually raining today. It's like in the 50s. It's like a super cozy fall day, which I know that most places I've seen on the internet, it's like everybody's just having hot weather this fall. So it's kind of nice to be having some nice fall weather. So I feel like it's the perfect day to be cozy, and I think we'll probably head to the library later, and I will probably read or maybe even take my laptop to do some writing. But if I do write, that will be in a different video. Okay, we're back home, and I just realized this little pumpkin candle has been sitting there. I think it's time to bring him out and light him. There it goes. So cozy. Okay, so we have our cozy vibes. We have the candle and this chai tea in this mug that my friend gave me for my birthday. The lamp on is just like so cozy in the rain outside. And this book, oh my goodness, I am eating this up. Like, I read the first 3 chapters. You know what? I might have even just read the first 2 chapters of Babel. I'm not even sure, but I liked the book. But this book, the Powerless one, I read the first 3 chapters this morning. It's like just after lunchtime, and I feel like I could literally sit here for the whole afternoon and just binge read this book. Like, I am obsessed. I'm obsessed, and I am just loving the story and the characters, and it's just so well written, and I love the graphics. So good. I love it so much. So if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. I think it's going to be a 5-star. I really do. Okay, it has been a whole week since I last took a video, so it feels like a lot has happened in the last week. Last Tuesday that I filmed that was rainy and it was kind of chilly, and today it is very sunny and it's like 80 degrees. I feel like the weather is all over the place right now, and it's supposed to get down into the 70s and 60s later this week and rain and stuff, so it still is not feeling fully like fall, even though it's getting there. But I have a few updates. I got my new Kindle case, which I am so excited about, and just I keep obsessing over all of the details, and it just is so nice and high quality. And I can link it below if you would like to check it out, but it's from Etsy and it has this hand strap. The only thing I don't love is that it does not have the magnetic, like, it just falls here. I don't love that, but other than that, I really love it. And this was my original case, so it stuck there with the magnet, so I always really loved that. But I do think this one, the new one, is an upgrade. And it came with these stickers, star, and then a bird with a bow, and Christmas. I think that one's for Christmas. It looks kind of Christmassy. And then there are 2 Halloween ones, but I personally don't. Yes, it's a star. I personally don't celebrate Halloween, so I won't be using the Halloween stickers. But then I had also ordered a sticker from a different shop on Etsy that was just a cherry with a bow. So I'm going to be putting this onto my laptop. I really love that she literally personally hand wrote my name there. It just is a nice personal touch. So this will also be linked below, and this is the little sticker. So I know the colors don't really match, but that spot right there would probably fit the best. Finally got the sticker to peel off. So let's put it here.
That's trash.
Yes, that's trash.
There's letters.
Letters?
Letters.
Yeah, it's letters.
Letters.
There we go. My new sticker. And now for the book update. So I'm 70% of the way through Powerless. So I know that sounds like it's taking me forever, but I have had such a busy week, and the fact that I have found the time, I have made the time to read is actually kind of incredible. And so I'm quite impressed with my progress, and I should finish it in the next day or two. And I'm obsessed. This book is fantastic, and the thing that I love that this author, that Lauren Roberts, I think that's her name. I love that she makes it so that their romantic connection is not just physical. Like, sometimes I get tired of that in books where you read a romantic relationship and it's just all physical, and it's like, really, like, I want more of a emotional connection. And so the fact that they have so much like emotional chemistry, like it's not just physical obsession, even though that's present, I really appreciate that she makes it so that they have that just like emotional connection, and the character development is just like out of this world. I love the character development, and their growth is insane, and just the secrets. oh my goodness, the secrets, the mystery, it's just driving me insane. Like, I have to know. I have to know more. I have to find out what happens. And so, yes, I am loving this book, and I will be giving it 5 stars unless something drastically changes in the next 30% of the book, which I don't think it will, but I'm loving it. I'm really, really enjoying it. Okay, it's a few days later, and I actually finished Powerless a few days ago, and I must say that that book literally wrecked me. I have not been able to stop thinking about it, and I am so excited because the next couple books are actually available on Libby. I don't even have to place a hold on them. I can just borrow them immediately. So I'm 100% going to be borrowing those books. But I do need to finish Babel first because I started it and I don't want to go and continue reading Powerless before finishing Babel. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to just not be interested in Babel anymore. So I'm going to finish that. And then probably in another video, I would do the continuation of Powerless. But this book was amazing. I think it was a solid 5 star. And I was obsessed, and I couldn't even stop reading it, and the plot twists at the end totally got me. I did not see those plot twists coming. I'm so interested to see where the books are going to continue going, and I think I might have said this before, but I loved that the author did not make their relationship focused on the physical aspect of it. I loved that she focused on the emotional aspect of it, and I really appreciated that. So Powerless did it for me, and if you haven't read that book, I would recommend it. And the fact that I gave that book a 5 star is actually pretty crazy because I don't love romance. Like, I actually prefer fantasy over romance. And so the fact that I loved it so much is actually saying a lot. Yeah, and the world building, the character development, just like everything in the powers, it was all very well done. And for a debut novel, for a young girl to be writing her first book, I love it so much, and I'm impressed. Genuinely so impressed. So I will continue Babel, and I'm actually 10% of the way through that book. I need to return Powerless to Libby app now. So yeah, we'll continue reading. Okay, so it's actually, I don't even remember when is the last time that I filmed for this video. I feel like life has been a little chaotic recently, but it is a Tuesday, which seems like I often film these videos on Tuesdays. So I'm still reading Babel. I have been reading so much. Like, over the weekend, I was just reading every chance that I could, and maybe I'm just a slow reader. I know that Babel is a bit of a bigger book, but I have just been reading and reading and reading. But the good thing is that I actually have been enjoying myself. I have actually been having fun reading this book, and we are just getting to 57% through, and I am at a very critical point in the story, and I actually feel so excited to keep reading because this book is good. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was expecting this book to be boring because when I read The Secret History, I was told by some YouTube videos that I had watched that Babel and The Secret History can have similar vibes, and that is true because they're both dark academia and they do have some similar tropes, I think. But I did not like The Secret History. Like I already said, I gave it 1 star because halfway through the book you literally find out the climax, and then from there on it just feels extremely boring. And this book, I was worried that it would do the same thing, but it did not. It did not. We're at 57% through, and I am literally freaking out because the worst possible thing happened, and I have to know what happens. It's just crazy. I'm literally freaking out because it's so horrible. And this book, like, I was kind of worried that it would have some creepy vibes because The Secret History did have some creepy vibes, and I did not love that. I actually skipped through some of those parts. But this book is not creepy. I don't think so. It's dark academia, so it is a little bit on the darker side, but it's not creepy, and I actually have been enjoying it. And I mean, I don't know. We'll see what my rating is, but I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I will see how much I can read in the next couple of days, and I'm really hoping that I can finish this book by Thursday because then I want to upload the video on Friday. So we will see how this goes, but I'm very excited about this book. And just like for the fall vibes, I always drink tea in the afternoon, but I love my chai tea in my cute poppy cup, and my little boy has his hot cocoa. And I made these sourdough harvest, I forget what they're called, sourdough harvest buns or something. They look savory, but I think they're actually sweet. I should just try it. Yeah, they're definitely not very sweet actually, but it's very good. So that's all that I have, and we need to get to reading if I have time this afternoon. Okay, so I believe that I had filmed last on Tuesday, so I read quite a bit on Tuesdays and Wednesday, and it's now Thursday, and I read the very last chapter of Babel this morning, so I am now fully finished with this book, 100% done. So that feels like a massive accomplishment. For some reason, that book just took me a long time to finish. Yeah, I've had a few hours now to think about it, and I think my rating is going to be 3.5 stars. I really did enjoy this book. It was very good, and not at all like The Secret History, where it was just going over and over and over these details that it just felt redundant and boring. And anyway, I have made it no secret that I don't like The Secret History, but this book, even though there are similar tropes and similar vibes, there was a lot more action, there was a lot more depth, there was a lot more emotional fervency, there was just a lot more to work with and to enjoy, and I personally really did enjoy this book. So I think 3.5 stars is my final rating for this book, and I'm so glad that I finished it because now I can upload this video, which I feel like has been a work in progress for a long time now. So yay! I finished Babel, and I read Powerless and found a new 5-star book in this video. So yeah, I will see you guys in another video. Bye.